What's up, everyone? Francis Megabot here. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to Self-Made episode number 14. We have an awesome guest. Jennifer, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to interview on here.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It's my pleasure.
Yeah, you're so welcome. And guys, just some background information about Jennifer. She was a former 2013. She won Miss Bikini Universe. She also was a two-time winner of Miss Hawaiian Tropic USA. And what really inspires me about Jennifer and why I think so highly of her is Jennifer's husband is one of the top dentists in the United States. And the fact that Jennifer didn't require to work to generate an income, but over the last couple of years, she's built $1 million business in network marketing and is now one of the top income earners in her company and also the entire industry, which is really inspiring.
Thank you.
So Jennifer, could you tell me a little bit about what your aspirations were growing up as a little kid?
You know, I remember wanting to be a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. That was kind of what I wanted to do. You know, I love the stage. I love being in front of people. I love, you know, but I didn't like to speak in front of people. So actually doing this right now is outside of my comfort zone, or standing in front of groups of people and speaking is completely out of my comfort zone, but I'm getting better. And, you know, I was just kind of a social butterfly, liked meeting people. You know, I wanted to model too. So that's what I went on to do for years and loved it. But towards at the end of my modeling career, I was like kind of feeling unfulfilled and really searching for my calling, you know.
Yeah, so how'd you start getting into modeling? Was that a preteen thing to where you were the Selena Gomez of your age back in the day, or did you start in high school, after high school?
It was pageants. You know, I did started pageants around the age of 14, and that kind of led me into to modeling. I started modeling about 17.
Okay. And I'm assuming you just crushed it right out of the gate and just won every competition?
You know, not till like 22, 23, and then I started doing a lot of bikini competitions all around the world, and I did really well. I think I won over 200 different titles.
Oh, wow. And I'm sure that's a super competitive environment because I feel like every woman wants to do that. What would you say separated you from the pack?
Mindset, you know, and I think that just success in general, I mean, it's just having that mindset that you can, you know, and I've never really used the word I can't do anything, and I don't use that in my house with my kids and our family. We're like, yes, we can, because I truly believe you can do anything you set your mind to.
So with modeling, did you picture yourself as being one of the top in the world? What prevented you from just skyrocketing your way to the very top?
You know, my height hindered me a bit, and you know, I'm a little under 5'8", and I feel like had I been, you know, 5'10" or so, I could have taken it to the next level. But you know, I was very happy with what I was doing. I got to travel around the world and do a lot of things, and so I was happy, you know, with the success I've had in modeling.
Okay. And then, so 5'8", you're doing awesome, traveling all over the world. At what point did you get to meet Tom, who I don't think I've met him yet, but I've heard such amazing things about him?
Oh, he's a great guy. I actually met him as his patient. I went to see him. He was my dentist, and it was literally like love at first sight. I saw him, and I was like, wow. I will be married to him, and we were, and it's been great. We're going on our 14th year. It'll be 14 years in July.
That's fantastic. So you meet Tom. Were you still building your modeling and all that at the time, or?
It was kind of at the end of my modeling career. I'd started to help him in his business because he was a worldwide lecturer, and he had a really busy schedule. He was always flying somewhere to give lectures. So I handled all of that for him. I worked some in the office, and we started to have kids, shortly after we were married too. So I was a mom.
Okay, so working with Tom, you sort of realized that you guys put together had a lot more potential building his business as opposed to your potential with modeling.
Yes, and I still took modeling jobs, here and there,
Okay.
but it was just kind of it was kind of phasing out and moving into being a mommy, and I actually did some pregnancy shoots and things like that. So that was really neat.
So for the average person going into modeling, what what would you say the ceiling is for a person like you who's in amazing shape, has an awesome mindset, works really, really hard? Is there an income cap, or is there like what would you say is the cap of it that you can't be doing it forever?
You mean the age? You're talking about age, or what do we? Just income?
Yeah, age, income. I mean, why did
It
you?
it really depends. Honestly, it really depends on where you live, the opportunities that are there. Obviously, had I moved to California or somewhere, I would have had more castings to go on and things like that. So for me, it was more I built relationships with people, and with the magazines that I worked for, so they kept really calling me back. And I wasn't really ever with an agency. I was kind of a freelance model, which I loved because I didn't like going to all the castings and all that. So they would just call me directly, and it was great because I wouldn't have to pay the agency fee, and I could kind of work as I wanted.
Okay. And then, so you're starting to build your business with Tom. I'm assuming him being just a world-renowned dentist, that you didn't really require an income, or you didn't have to work a job or anything, or go start your own business. You could have just kicked it with your kids, right?
I could have, yes, but I wanted more. That was, I love being a mom, but I wanted more. I really wanted to make an impact on people, and I like I said, I was really searching for what my calling was, and I found it in my company and in this industry.
So, how did you first get introduced to network marketing? What was your initial perception like of the industry?
I was first introduced when I was about 17 or 18, and I
Okay.
went to one of the meetings, and it just nothing resonated with me. I just was turned off by it and said, I'll never do this. It's not me.
And then, I guess, what changed it the second time around?
A product experience. Yeah. That's why I'm in this industry today is I had an incredible life-changing product experience and wanted to share it with others. So that's how I started. It was just very organic. I said no to the opportunity as soon as I found out about it. I said, no, not me. I'm not going to do that. And a couple months, after getting started and getting products in my body that changed my health, I wanted to share it. It didn't feel right not to share it. It came so naturally and organically that it just felt good.
So, who introduced you to the products, and how were you sort of introduced to it?
A very dear friend of mine named Chelsea Kellis. She
Okay.
actually lives right here in South Carolina. She was a product user about 3 weeks prior to introducing me, and that's how I got started.
What product results did you see through your specific product experience?
I had serious digestive issues for about 3 years prior to starting. I was hospitalized for 5 days. I had my gallbladder taken out. It was just, my energy level was low. It was not at all about weight loss. It was just about health and feeling better. And this was the answer for me because within 5 days, I can tell you, I felt like a different person.
And I mean, I can tell that you're totally into health because you just got back from the gym, right?
I know. I'm really doing an interview coming back from the gym.
What a day in the life, right? So, how did you go about, just from having an awesome product experience, how did you go about building your network marketing business?
I went to a meeting to learn more because I was a little bit more open to the opportunity once I had that product experience. So a couple months in, I said, why not? I might as well, I'm going to be open-minded because I'm typically open-minded. And went to this meeting, and everything I heard just really resonated with me. The stories are what really got me. The stories of people's health transformation, their financial transformation, the relationships that they've built with their people and their teams. And so I came back and I decided right then, I was like, I'm doing this. Why not? I mean, all these people are amazing. They're fun. These stories are incredible. And it just clicked. I saw the opportunity to not only help a lot of people, but, to really retire my husband.
Wow.
And he thought I was kind of crazy at first. And I said, I came home and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to retire you. And we're going to travel and we're going to do all these things. Again, I never did this for the money, it was not, yeah. I love a challenge, and I'm very competitive and driven. And, so that was my goal. I'm like, I'm going to, earn enough money to retire you if you want to retire. But he's so good at what he does and he loves what he does. He'll probably do it for years more. But, just finding out more about this business model, this industry, it just really excited me. And I came back and I really decided right then. I said, I'm going to go to the top with this company, and I don't care how long it takes. And I knew it wasn't going to happen overnight. And it's really been about daily, consistent action. It's about simple ease and duplication and making those connections with people, and sharing your passion with others. That's really what it's all about.
One of the reasons why I think so highly of you, Jennifer, is, I mean, that's such a bold statement. Being a stay-at-home mom, taking care of the kids, being sort of an assistant part-time, and just having the vision right away that, okay, I'm going to retire my husband, who's one of the best dentists in the entire world, and we're going to travel all over the world. So how has your guys' lifestyle changed from 2013 until now that you've built your business?
We definitely are more at ease about things. We just bought this dream home that we're just so excited about. We just moved in about 3 weeks ago. And just those kind of things, and we were comfortable before, but just being able to give to charity and just write a check and not even think about it. That's the kind of stuff I love too. And just, being comfortable and not, and knowing that we're leaving a legacy for our family, and this is something that you can pass along to your kids, which I think is just incredible.
What would your piece of advice be to the stay-at-home mom who has a wealthy husband who almost like sort of gets comfortable and just kicks it all day?
There has to be a desire. Honestly, there are a lot of women out there that are comfortable doing that, and that's great. But for me, I wanted more. I wanted more. I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to kind of have my own thing. I didn't want to be known as the dentist's wife. I wanted to be known as Jennifer Trinkner, and bring something, and leave a legacy for people and help make a difference in this world, and show people that there's another way, a better way, so that they can live life by design and do what they want to do and not have to worry, because it really, $500 a month, just $500 a month can make such an impact on families. Really, it can change a lot for people. So, that's kind of my mission, is just to let people know that there is a better way. There is another way to create residual income. And for the people that are already earning it, who wouldn't want to earn more? an extra stream of income. All middle
Absolutely.
leaders have extra streams of income. It's not just one,
Yeah, and what I really resonate with is an extra $500 a month. Just because I read a statistic online the other day, and it said an extra $500 a month would stop like 50 or 75% of the divorces in America from happening. That's just a crazy statistic.
It is crazy. Yeah.
So, what would you say separates Jennifer Trinkner from the average person who's looking to go start network marketing business? What makes you so successful?
I'm no different than anyone else. It really, like I said, it really boils down to mindset. It's getting, just like blocking those little voices in your head that tell you can't do something. Because again, you can do anything that you want to do. And I really just made a decision that I was going to do it. And I took the action, and it's been consistent, and my habits are really good. So I think that's what sets me apart, is just having those consistent daily action and never quitting, and that's the other thing too. I think people get started and then they get discouraged, and sure, there's been wall kicking moments. Have I wanted to quit? No, I haven't wanted to quit, because I made that decision that I was going to do it.
So, did you ever think in your life as a little girl growing up, or even going through high school, that you would ever be earning $1 million in a year?
Honestly, yes. Yeah.
That's awesome. What did you think would have been the vehicle for you back in the day?
Back then I really did, when I was young, I would have thought modeling, but I've always been an entrepreneur at heart. I don't have a college degree. College wasn't for me. It just was not for me. I wanted, I knew that I could make it in this world, and I knew that I could talk to people, and I've always, I'm not scared of talking to people. I'm not scared of sales. And it just, yeah, I'm not really even sure why I didn't want to go to college. I just had made that decision that that's just not the route I want to go, and I think it would have been good had I wanted to be a doctor or a lawyer or a nurse or something like that. But I wasn't going to go to, to school for business. You don't need a business degree.
Yeah. And I mean, sales is the highest paid profession in the world.
That's right.
Because even Tom being a dentist, I mean, he still has to sell to other people. We sell in everything that we're doing, right?
Right. And here's what blows my mind. Tom went to school for 9 years. He's been in private practice for 34.
Wow.
And in under 4 years, I replaced his income. I mean, where else can you do that? It's network marketing. That's where you do it.
That's amazing. In under 4 years, without having a college degree, without investing millions of dollars,
having a vehicle. I just had the right vehicle and connected with amazing people. And I tell you what, it's the team. It really is. It's the team. And my success is just a reflection of what they're doing, and their duplication, and their, stepping into their greatness.
So could you tell me a little bit about the most successful people that you're collaborating with on your team right now? Like, what's their background? How are they achieving and doing what they're doing?
I have some incredibly successful people on my team. Nurses, nurse practitioners, school teachers, and it's just really about ease and duplication and keeping this really simple. I don't like anything that's difficult, making connections. But it's been awesome to watch, their stories and see their transformations, their physical transformations, their financial situation change. I love that. And I get so fired up about that. And even more fired up about the people that I haven't even talked to yet.
just making an impact on other people. So what would you say, I mean, what's your passion and your mission now? I feel like you can literally do whatever you want.
To keep doing what I'm doing, it's what I love, and to impact more lives, to create more leaders, to become a better leader myself, to really truly overcome my fear of standing in front of masses of people and speaking, but I'm more comfortable with it now because I have something that I'm so passionate about. And I truly believe when you're really passionate about something, there's nothing to be scared about. It's your story, right? You can't mess up your own story.
And just being so passionate about what you're doing, literally feeling like you're never working a day in your life. Because in college, I mean, I worked a $25 an hour internship. It was great money, but I feel like I wanted to take my head and bang it on the desk.
I know. Yeah, it just doesn't feel like work, And the fact that that I can work this out sitting out by my pool and, traveling the world and just meeting people, just sharing this opportunity, this gift with others. This is not work.
So what's a day in the life of Jennifer like? What time do you get up in the morning? Is it similar or does it change day to day?
It changes a little bit, but I get up at 6 o'clock. My kids have to be, we have to be out the door by about 7 to get them to school. And then I come back and I make some calls. I built my whole business pretty much on Facebook. So I get on there, answer, messages. And I have I have a calendar of my daily activities and calls that I do. But sometimes it changes. I have kids. So, sometimes my daughter will be like, can you come have lunch with me today? And so I'll, it's never like black and white. It's, but it is a structured day pretty much. I have things that I do every single day. I post every single day on Facebook. I'm having conversations daily, whether it's with my teammates or new connections. I work out, between the hours of 9 and 11 typically. Yeah, but it's good.
And then what I love about your schedule is I wanted to schedule this originally on a Thursday evening, and you're like, no, because date night's absolutely non-negotiable.
Yes.
So what's a relationship tip that you have? How do you and Tom keep such an amazing relationship after being married? I don't know how many years.
We're going on 14 years. And, I truly believe you have to have those date nights. We have date nights on Thursday nights and Saturday nights. So 2 nights a week, we, go to dinner and we take a trip every year. We go to Greece. This will be our 14th year in a row. We travel to Greece for 2 weeks without the kids. And that's kind of our time, and I really believe that couples you have to do that. You have to really stay invested in your relationship, and it's not easy. Relationships take work. And there are ups and downs, and it's kind of like picking your battles and working together and working through things and just keeping that, that conversation going and that feel good relationship, because if you don't have that, and I'm so thankful for my husband because he's been supportive from day one, and I think that's another big part of my success is because he's been so supportive, and he's had to step up and play a little bit different role, and he found out he loves to cook, so he buys all the groceries and he does all the cooking, and I'm so happy that he does it, but it allows me to do those evening calls that I need to do. And I do the bedtime routine with the kids, and but he does things that he never, washes dishes sometimes. He never did that before, so it's pretty cool to see him step into a little bit more of a role in the house and with the kids and that kind of thing. It's very, very helpful.
So did you guys have that feel good time even before you built your business, like while you were working as an assistant or a stay-at-home mom?
We always have, yeah. we love traveling together, spending time together. So yeah.
So I feel like my tip to anyone who's watching is just work as hard as you can to generate that income to where you can have complete freedom. Because a lot of people that I know, they're working 40, 50, 55, 60 hours a week on opposite schedules. And I mean, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife hardly ever get to meet.
Right. Yeah. A lot of
Crazy.
people are working those crazy hours and, you know, not having time for themselves. And so just another reason, you know, that I love to share this opportunity with people, because a lot of people just don't know. You know, I didn't know. Um, and, you know, a lot of people that have joined me said no to me in the beginning because they just didn't know KNOW. They just didn't know what they don't know, you know. So, um, but this is it's just the best thing. It really is. It's the best thing. And I love it when people just get it, you know, they just get it and they run with it, and they become so wildly successful. It's just incredible to watch.
Did you have a specific life experience or a lesson that you learned back in the day during your childhood while in college that has helped you achieve the success that you have now?
You know, I came from a divorced home, and that was difficult for me, you know, and I dealt with some challenges, you know, through my younger years, and just feeling like almost abandoned, but not really. I mean, both my parents, we have wonderful relationships, but just like what I kind of blame myself for that breakup, and that followed me for several years into my younger life. And it was really coaching with my success coach that really shifted my mindset about that whole situation, you know, and learning to let things go. And that's been the greatest lesson that I've learned, is just to let things go. And from coaching with my coach, I've also learned how to assist other people with their challenges and their what's keeping them stuck. You know, because I'm able to read people a lot better now, and really hear what people mean and not necessarily what they say, and assist them in letting go, you know, some of those things.
I think that's one of the biggest skills that I've learned too, is just to read people based on their actions, especially on the golf course.
Right.
Tell a lot of a person's character by how they act on the golf course.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, what would be your biggest piece of advice to someone looking to duplicate your personal success in the last 3-4 years, just to achieve the same thing that you've done?
Find the right vehicle. That's number one. You know, find the right vehicle, something that gets you fired up, that gets you passionate to wake up every day. Decide, you know, decide when you find that vehicle, decide what you're going to do. Set goals for yourself. Never quit. You know, make those quality conversations. Do daily, consistent action. You know, that's really the key. And then let go of those voices in your head that tell you can't. You know, because what if you don't? What's going to keep you going? You know, when people tell you no, you know, you got to keep moving. You got to keep having those conversations. And I believe that that's where people get stuck. You know, is they never really decide and commit, because it's really about deciding, committing, and succeeding. You know, it's kind of that order.
One last question. What was the toughest thing that you've had to overcome in your current business?
Oh, that's a good question. You know, what I've had to overcome is realizing that people really have to want this for themselves. You know, I mean, I can want this so bad for people, but unless they want it for themselves, unless they want to make a change in their health or their financial situation, or there's nothing that I can do if they don't want it. You know, I can just kind of meet people where they are, and hopefully, you know, they'll get it and they'll want to make a change. But that's been the biggest thing, is I really want this for everybody. I want people to live their best lives, to be their best health, to um, you know, to live life by design. But not everybody has made that decision to do that for themselves.
And I think you can take that to another industry, to where if you're the CEO of a company, you're the manager of a sales team, you want all your people genuinely to succeed, but you can't just want them to succeed. They have to want it for themselves. They have to put in the time and effort to make it happen.
That's right.
Awesome, Jennifer. I'm so grateful that you took the time out of your day to do this. I know you have an
Thank you so much.
incredibly
So much fun.
awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you in Vegas in a couple of months.
Yes, that's going to be so much fun. Yeah.
And we'll keep in touch too.
All right, sounds good. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Yeah, you're welcome. You too. Bye.